at all. I said, it's a comedy. And so, insight on this particular client. This client whom I like to call Barney. And Barney, I was told by my supervisor at the company I work at, he's racist. Does not like black people, and he doesn't like women. He's also sexist. But you can't say anything because that's your client, so you gotta do your job and whatever. So I was like, so Barney, it's a comedy, and it's a black comedy, Medea, she's black, and that's Tyler Perry, and this is a white guy from, like, northern Minnesota. And I was like, have you ever seen a Medea movie before? And he said, no. And I was like, okay. I was like, so, I just want to, prepare you so you know what you're getting into when you see this movie, because it's not a scary movie. It's going to have comedy. It's going to be funny. And then, my boss says, you might not get some of the jokes in the movie. You might not think it's funny. And then he was like, why? And I was like, well, it's black comedy. This Tyler Perry. He started out doing plays in the Chitlin circuit. You know what I mean? Shit. What was I saying? Oh.
It's black comedy.
Right. And so that's what we tell him is black comedy. And so his response to that is, oh, you mean like the N-word?
Oh my gosh.
It's like, what? No. There's more to black comedy than just the N-word. And he was like, what else? And it's like, I don't know how to explain this to you. It was probably the most awkwardest conversation I've ever had with one of my clients in my entire life. And it's reasons like that I love my job.
This Barney guy, he cracks me up when you tell stories about him. I love it.
Yes, Barney, Cookie Monster, SpongeBob, they're all very special to me. They're crazy, and I care. That's what I go with. My job is, I'm a care professional. So, Cookie Monster, Barney, and SpongeBob all live in a house together, and I go in there and I care for them. I make sure all their needs are met, and if they gotta go anywhere, I take them. That's my job. I do it for Cookie Monster, Barney, and Elmo.
Cookie Monster, Barney, and Elmo.
True story.
True story, bruh. Do you even live, bruh?
Bruh.
Can we talk about some of the fucking slang nowadays? Some of this shit legit pisses me off. Alright? Like, how do you get so lazy that you can't even say what's up? You say, suh. Really? Like, that's some dumb ass, lazy ass piece of shit. But suh.
Just suh?
Suh. That's so fucking lazy.
So,
like that, when people talk like that, it makes me want to punch them in the face. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
I don't think I've ever said that before.
When I see people talking like that online, it's like, come on now, you went to school, you got an education. Why are you talking like you have no sense? But I guess it is just me. I'm sorry.
So when are we gonna do Boot Story?
Well, I'm trying to drag it out just a little bit because we're only about 20 minutes into the show. Just try to drag it out a little bit.
Okay.
Oh, I do have another thing I want to talk about. It's kind of interesting. All right.
So, I didn't read any news.
We were talking about moon rocks last week. So I wanted to talk about them again because we kind of just briefly touched on it because I was promoting somebody. Which, by the way, I hope if you caught that episode, you checked them out. If not, go back, check it out. It's worth it, I promise.
Or if you did check that person out, give us a call or text.
Let us know.
Let us know how your experience was with that
Yeah,
person.
we want to know. Because if you enjoyed it, we want the world to know about it. So why not? We're trying to connect stoners with growers.
Exactly.
Mm.
Trying to find the app. I can't remember what it's called.
What?
To talk to the...
Oh, so moon rocks. I wanted to talk about it a little bit because we barely talked about it last week. We just touched on it. So we Googled it. Now, mind you, after we read this, Annabelle and I were like, what the fuck are you doing after that?
I was like, you better not be doing anything.
You better have the whole motherfucking day off. You better not have no motherfucking aspirations at all. None. Alright, now let me tell you. Moon rocks. Alright.
Okay.
It's a bud covered in hash oil, dusted in keef. So what are you doing after you smoke that, Duchess? The Duchess, what you doing? I want to know. Bud, hash oil, keef, what you doing? I want to know. Yeah, I want to know what y'all doing too, because this shit's kind of crazy. I'm just like, man, bud,
honestly,
hash oil
that,
and keef.
I would
shit.
want to be in one of them chambers where you can't feel nothing, see nothing.
Oh,
It removes all your senses.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's some kind of chamber, though.
Yeah. But I still want to be able to hear somehow.
What?
Sense deprivation.
Yes, sense deprivation.
Sensory deprivation. There we go.
Sensory deprivation chamber.
We finally got there.
But I still want to be able to hear.
I don't think it works like that, though.
I want to be able to hear, and I want the song Majestic to play.
The song Majestic.
Yes, I want to listen to music while in one of those chambers. That's what I want to do after smoking that. Boom.
That's interesting. See, I think it's more or less, I think after I smoked that, I'd have one of those. I have my phone in my hand, but I call my best friend. I'm like, hey man, I can't find my phone. Can you call it? I swear, like, that just seems one of those perfect instances where that would happen to me. So, alright.
I'm just gonna lay on the floor after that. Just lay there.
We're gonna take a quick little break, because I got a couple little commercials, little excerpts for you that I think you'll enjoy this week. We're gonna go have a little break ourselves, so enjoy, and
Might repack our shit.
we'll try not to be too loud for you guys in the background.
You guys should repack your shit too.
Yeah, repack your shit and enjoy this.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan, and I'm sure that many of you, when you heard I was lobbying for the legalization of medical marijuana, probably thought I had just finished smoking a big 7-gram blunt, possibly sprinkled with PCP, affectionately known as a Jeffrey. But actually, I have done my research. Medical marijuana can be a natural alternative to highly addicted painkillers like OxyContin. That's because medical marijuana is grown hydroponically, which produces big, multicolored buds that are chock full of THC. Some might know it as purple, hydro, sticky icky, kush, couchweed, blueberry yum yum, ganja, trees, Mary Jane, or thunder chicken. I call it delicious. For properly carded patients, that is. People need to understand that medical marijuana is sometimes the only thing that will increase a terminally ill patient's appetite. What if it was your grandma? Your Nana doesn't need to be hooked on narcotic painkillers. She needs to take a couple of big bong rips, eat a box of Oreos, and watch Super Troopers. It's time to stop the madness. Don't let these bogus politicians bogart your stash of sticky icky that could save your Nana's life. I'm John Morgan for the Reefer.
Yes, love hurts. It can hurt emotionally, but more important, it can also hurt you physically. It can hurt you in a way which nobody who owns a hot tub and lives in California can afford to be unaware of. Yes, I'm talking about California hot tub rectal gonorrhea. This painful, incurable disease can make an enjoyable soak in a hot tub with family, friends, and dog into a literally unforgettable experience. If you catch California hot tub rectal gonorrhea, not only will you walk around feeling like you're about to pass a twisted sardine can lid, you'll also smell like a pile of burning tractor tires. So don't jump out of the frying pan and into the hot tub, because if you get California hot tub rectal gonorrhea, it'll really burn your ass.
This has been a public service message brought to you by the Citizens Against CHTRG Foundation. California hot tub rectal gonorrhea. You're not going to take it sitting down.
I thought those were kind of funny. Alright, so we got the boot story now. Hopefully the ones that wanted to hear it the most are listening now because we have the boot story. And at this point, I think I'm going to turn this over to Annabelle and let her...
Been quiet for most
who's
of the
been
show.
really, really quiet most of the show. Girl, get over here.
Okay. Yeah.
It's your time for the boot story now.
Okay.
We promised the boot story. Here is the boot story. I hope you ain't missing the boot story, because if you are, well, you can listen to this on demand, but it would have been better if you listened to it live, motherfucker.
So, since I'm telling the story,
I
get
don't
the headphones.
You sit over here. You get the big chair.
I get the big chair. I'm the boss. You see? Anyways. Sorry.
No, you're not. Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not
Sorry,
sorry.
not sorry.
Oh my gosh. Before I tell the boot story,
I think that was mine, but you can have it now.
the sorry, not
I
sorry.
touched
One time I called Ezra's phone so he could find his phone, and I left him a voicemail. And I just remember laughing hysterically and saying...
Because you were high.
Because I was high, and I was like...
I don't know what to say.
And I was like...
Sorry,
not sorry. Call me back.
Until I lost that phone, I had that voicemail on my phone. I swear to you.
And... So sorry, not sorry, yeah.
Alright, boot story.
Alright.
Boot story.
Back.
Boot story.
Relax. Spark up.
Tell your story.
Let me tell you a true story that happened to me not too very long ago. Was it last winter, right?
Yeah, it was last winter.
It
Last
was-
November, actually, almost a year ago.
Yeah, maybe.
It was our friend's birthday.
Yeah, Mr. Longhair.
Mr. Longhair.
Mr. Longhair International.
Yeah, Mr. Longhair International, now that he's overseas right now.
Yeah.
Having a good time. Fucker.
Was it his birthday? No.
No, it was his birthday. We were celebrating
We
his
were
birthday.
celebrating his birthday. Yeah. It was the changing of the seasons. It was cold. Ezra and I were invited over to Mr. Longhair's flat. And at the time we didn't have a car, so we bussed. We bundled up and we bussed. And Mr. Longhair lived in the city
Opposite us, like across the river.
Yeah.
So we had to take 2 buses, basically, to get there and back. So we get there, right? And we're drinking. We're drinking. And we're drinking. And we're smoking. And we're smoking. And we're smoking. And we're smoking. I'm trying to help her out. I told her I was going to jump in when she needed the help. She needs the help, obviously. She's stumbling. So, anyway, continuing the boot story. We get to Mr. Longhair International's party, and we're drinking and we're smoking. And we've been there for a couple hours, and, you know, it's getting kind of late. I got to work the next day, so we get ready to leave. I tell Mr. International, all right, man, we're getting ready to take off, blah, 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 blah. We get on the bus. And
We get on the first bus. we're going down the road, and my bladder